Josh,
Hey guys, Ryan here, and
novice,
1 second while I get the, there we go, had
Lions.
to go mute the party real quick, and here we go, we're ready, we're live here for the Misfitz Racing League race here from Michigan International Speedway. It'll be the National Series tonight here for the Misfitz 250. So right now we're just kind of waiting for them they should be getting loading in here momentarily. I'm just going to keep an eye on this tab so I can keep track of when they do start loading in so I don't miss it. But yeah, so Lyons will be your pole sitter. He will be driving the number 29 tonight. So be looking out for that car to be very quick tonight. Hey Blitz, how's it going? I know he's in the race tonight. So good luck of course to him. As well as good luck to a lot of these guys, because a lot of these guys definitely are gonna need some luck here today. And they should be loading in here momentarily. There we go. They are loading in. As soon as I go in and accept the invite. There we go. They just sent me an extra one. Music. Okay, so here we go. Loading in for the race. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for this one. I know I'm very excited for this race. I'm glad that we still get to have some good racing here. So here we go. Loading in at Michigan International Speedway. Really hate the popping heads on the side down there. There we go. Let's get there we go. So here we go. We're underway here at Michigan International Speedway. Lions in that black and white with a pink stripe there. Man, that's kind of a cool paint scheme. I kind of like the simplicity of it. Not really sure why credit one on the hood there, and they are 3 wide down the back straightaway. Looks like the 98 is going backwards while the rest of the field going forwards. The 10 tags him though. Who is the 10? Oh, that's Anchor. And Anchor's around, and that will probably put us under the first caution flag here of the night. Which of course will start to shake up, which will probably, if of course that does result in the caution flag. It actually doesn't look like it has resulted in a caution flag, but if it did, it would have been the first kind of shakeup of the strategy tonight. And I think, to be honest, your first big strategy shakeup is going to be, what are you going to do with the fuel windows? Because I believe, like looking at that fuel window, 11 to 14 laps, I think that you could very easily, I think someone here, someone in this field is going to try and stretch it all the way to the end of their fuel window to try and connect up those fuel windows to make it on one stop in this stage. I don't think everybody will do it, and I don't think most people will do it, but I guarantee you someone is going to try it. And who will try? Oh, the 70 goes around. As we were riding on board with the 70, he goes around. That's going to be another one-car incident, though. I don't believe it'll be enough to warrant the manual caution, but the automatic could very well come out here. And if not for that, they're still trying to race it 3 and 4 wide. And one car down to the grass. That was the 39 there in deep rev. Lots of guys just trying to make it work here. so there we go. Just went and resync the audio just to try and make sure I get the audio synced up right, because it was a little bit out of sync from what I was hearing and looking at on the stream and whatnot. So, hello everybody, thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in for the stream. Sorry I haven't been able to get videos done the last couple of weeks. I've been working on some, I just haven't gotten one that I'm ready to post yet. I'm hoping to have that done for hopefully Wednesday at the latest. My first video of my first kind of regular video of the hiatus since everything got canceled. But there's a lot of stuff that's been kind of going on. The 70 and the 10 have both wrecked over here in this one. Right now, the J-Prev in that number 9 trying to look for that race lead. Who else is that? Wait, who else is that up towards the front here? I know we got Lions up there, and that's actually that's the 88. I believe that is Average Joe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe that is Average Joe there, running side by side for the race lead. He's got a teammate behind, but doesn't look like the teammate's going to work well enough with him. And actually, with that 18 kind of wedging it in the back there, definitely could be kind of stopping his teammate from being able to work with him. By the 18 kind of just jacking the 9 up the track. And oh, here we go. The 9 just decides, I'm not going to work with my teammate. I'm going to go 3 wide, and I'm going to take the lead right here myself. And there he goes. The 9 car will take the race lead. Oh, wow. Just about gets up in front of that number 29 car here. 29 right on his rear bumper. He's essentially having to work the traffic right now, that number 9 of J-Prev. I'll say, a lot of these guys qualified right up near the front. I think the only one that started deep in the field was the number 9, who is ironically, actually, yeah, he was the second to last starter, and he's already made his way up and is leading this race. Now the 29 looks to the outside. It's a little squirrely, but is gonna be able to stick it around the outside, and he's gonna hold on. Here as they're going racing. They're definitely gonna be going racing here, and a lot of these guys are trying to figure out where to make the moves. Now, I think this front group, is gonna all play the traditional strategy. I'd be looking at that second to third cluster, for where I think you might see a difference of opinion. Like someone in this back, in this second pack, like maybe the 48 or the 39, might try and pull some kind of strategy where they draft along to try and save some of that fuel, try and nurse it an extra lap, and in turn would be able to connect up the fuel windows potentially. Now, it would be a very close call to be able to make it there, but also the strategy of staying out would also be that if you run out with half a lap to go, that you'd be able to clutch and coast all the way back to the start-finish line. While, and the 29's falling way through the field. I don't know, I think he might have gotten into the fence there, while running up there for the race lead. And we got an incident down the back straightaway. That's going to bring out the caution flag here. Looks like the 48 and 39 both involved. Anyone else? No, it looks like it was a 2-car incident, but it will bring out our first caution of the night here and at lap 10 as well. So, caution flag is out here for the first time at lap 10. So definitely definitely an odd time, but this is almost certainly going to put everybody on a 2-stop strategy, because they're still 100% going to have to make a stop after this to make it to the end of the race. And they're also almost certainly going to pit here. Now, once again, if you're looking to try and maybe gain some track position, you could maybe stay out here knowing that everybody, including yourself, are going to have to make one more pit stop. Problem is that you might not then make it all the way, or you might have to pit earlier than everybody else and not be able to pit with everybody. as a group. Again, I feel like there's two schools of thought here. I think the majority of the field, if not the entirety of it, is going to come down here. I think the only guys you might see stay out are guys who are going to try and play that track position game. But I think the majority of this field feels like tires are going to be the answer. And let's see. It looks like everybody's coming. So, as I said, yeah, you'd see pretty much everybody. Looks like the 10 needed to get a free pass, maybe. Yeah, so it looks like the 10 is going to be receiving the free pass here. And a bunch of guys kind of piling up in the pits. There we go. Everybody getting into positions, and we're going to be having to wait. Looks like a lot of people doing 4 tires and fuel. Let's see. Actually, not sure. Yeah, it looks like everybody did do all the same stuff. And here we go. Race off pit road, and that 88 is going to beat the 18 off the pit road. So here we go. Once again, I think now the track position has definitely not shown to be super important today so far, but again, we might see a complete, like at this point, like usually after that first caution flag, this is when the race gets very different, because now you've got essentially about an 18 lap race to the finish of the stage. You're gonna need a pit stop, almost certainly. And almost certainly that pit stop will probably end up coming somewhere around about yeah, and almost certainly the pit stop would probably almost certainly come around about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 laps to go. I would say would be my estimated pit window that I would say pretty much everybody's going to be pitting in. Personally, I would probably go for lap 5, unless everybody else is planning something else. If you hear everybody else planning something, go with them. Oh, big wreck on the restart. My bad. I completely missed that. Sorry. And that will bring out the first automatic caution flag of the race here on lap. Here right on the restart. I don't even know. I didn't even really see what lap it was, but we've got 113 total left in the race. So, yeah, another big wreck and another incident here. And this time it brings out the automatic yellow. No kind of just chances for it. Okay. Did the facer last crash? No. There you go. Well, so we might have lost the Facebook Live, but we are still here on YouTube. Always kind of the more consistent option I've found. Let's see if we can figure out what happened, because I have no idea what happened. I'm gonna try restarting the Facebook Live here. Yeah, so here we go. Here. Sorry guys, I got a little bit distracted with the whole Facebook Live crash for no apparent reason. But yeah, right now though, a lot of these guys though are trying to get some early track position here. Here we go, 3 wide for the race lead. Looks like the 9 and the 1 are going to be the 2 guys kind of going for it into the turn. Oh, and the 29 goes low there, and he ended up spinning himself out on that apron. Not really intentional, just kind of a a bad timing for a move. I mean, that was a very bad timing for what ended up being a wreck there. Hopefully, and I guess we're going to have to check. It does not look like that has brought out the caution flag, so the race will go on. The 9 and the 1 still battling it out for this race lead. JP Big Dogs has it. The 9 trying to take it away. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, they're still racing it out here. Less than 10 laps to go, and once again, I think we're about halfway to that pit stop. I think you are still going to see the pit stop come. Now, with the automatic caution, actually, that could put some guys closer to that cut line of potentially being able to make it. I think everybody's still going to need a pit stop, but it might be closer to 2 or 3 laps to go. And of course, 2 laps to go in the stage, pit road closes. So to avoid penalty, they're going to have to come with 3 to go. Or coming to 3 to go, because they can't come with 3 to go, because if the leader stays out at that point, he'll get to the race, to the line, and the race will be official. Go. Let's see. Going into the corners. I saw someone really low in the corner. Let's see. Anybody spin out from it? No. Looks like they all managed to get through there. Okay, this time. But right now you got the number 70. A little bit of contact actually with the wall for the number 70 there of Katsu Blitzkrieg. However you guys know him by. Everybody's favorite, I'm pretty sure. Now, I honestly don't think there's one person in the league that doesn't like Blitzkrieg except for Bob. But that's just, and even that I think is more of a joking thing than actually disliking Katsu or Blitzkrieg. Sorry, I've known him as Katsu for so long. I'm gonna call him Katsu probably a ton of more times here. Now though, that number 9, he's managed to fend off the 1, but now the 70's coming. Let's see, what can the 70 do here to try and gain this race lead? So right now, a lot of this is going to be defensive, I'm assuming. And to be honest, it might be, I'd almost say, oh, nope, never mind. I was about to say, I think you might see a bit of conservative play here since we're on lap 23. And I'd say that for the guys that didn't pit under that last caution flag, like if anyone didn't pit under the automatic yellow, I would say that this would be about when that pit window starts to open here over the next 2 to 3 laps. Is when you see those pit stops. I'd probably still come with 5 to go in the stage. And here we go, we got one driver coming. And one driver really slow on the racetrack. So that was Bob Goes Heels that came to pit road here with 8 laps remaining in the stage. That might be a little early to be making that move. Here we go. Let's see what you're gonna see here. You got, I think that's Bailey up there as well. So here we go. Yeah, you've got not Bailey, sorry. Novice Squid there in that number 98. You've got the 1 of JP Big Dogs, and of course you got that 9 of J-Prev. 3 of the guys that are usually some of the fastest all day, and here we go. They're right up here at the front once again, and there goes that 98 sliding right in behind that 9 gonna get to the bumper. Kind of loses a little bit of ground coming off the corner, but I'm saying it doesn't really look like the 9 has too much challenge directly from anyone right now. And I say the 98's kind of falling back to where now he's even battling with the 60, or not the 60, the 70. My bad. And now you've got, and here we go, JP Big Dogs comes to pit road. Another question of when does everybody pit? Here we go, 5 laps to go for JP Big Dogs. Comes to pit road, kind of playing the strategy I said. Now, I think you absolutely should be pitting with someone else. I don't know who you, I mean, a lot of these pit strategies I'm assuming would have to be talked about prior to the actual pit stop. So, I mean, I would just pit with whoever I could get, because I think that's more important right now than legitimately having, I say than legitimately having to worry about getting about exactly what lap you're gonna pit on. Just kind of make a plan with some of the others and kind of just figure out what lap you guys all kind of feel comfortable pitting at and stretching your fuel tank to, so that you guys don't end up running out, or even worse, potentially pitting and not having enough laps to kind of get your speed back up. Here we go. Here comes the pack. We've got the 48. I believe the 70 came in. Did the race leader come in that time? Yes, the race leader did come in that time, so race leader's in. So the race leader's in. Now the race leader is gonna end up transferring over, and that's gonna be the question: is who's gonna be the race leader when all this cycles around? I'm gonna just kind of highlight here. We're gonna ride on board, or kind of ride focusing here on novice squid for a minute, as I believe, here we go, the race leaders are kind of coming off of pit road. So 3 laps remain in the stage. And it looks like a lot of the guys are able to maintain their positioning. Actually, that 48 might actually be the race leader. I'm not really sure. No, I think the 9's the race leader, actually. I was just kind of looking at it, and it's like, yeah, the 9 is definitely the race leader, so race leader is the 9. He's got 2 more. He's got to make it 1.5 more laps around. You will see the white flag for the stage this time, and then we will see our green and white checkered flag here. Here we go, white flag is out in the stage. And if it wasn't already secured, it will be secured now. Jay Prev will be in the next round of the playoffs. He was the highest in points coming in. It was almost impossible to assume that anyone else was going to have any issues. And of course, the big ones that are going to be when we see where do guys like Bob or Katsu finish here, because right now they're trying to get in the championship four. Lyons is out, Joe is out, Bob and Blitz are in. And let's see, that stage is over, and we're gonna have to see. Stage 1 results are J-Prev over Bailey, Blitz, JP Big Dogs. So, Blitz did exactly what he needed to do. He earned points. Bob Goes Heels did not. Average Joe did not. and Lions did not. So that is going to be a massive help to Blitzkrieg, even though it's only a few points. Every point matters. And I mean, every single point makes a big difference here. So let's see. We're just kind of waiting. Here we go. Restart. As I assume pretty much everybody pit there. Let's see, there you go. Jay Previn Bailey on the front row. Second row, JP Big Dogs and Blitzkrieg for the green flag, and we're going to see them go racing into turn 1 here. Now, we have seen a couple guys get really aggressive down there on the inside, and it's costed them trying to go there in 3 and 4. In particular, is where we've seen quite a few guys attempt and have issue. And say, you really can't try, I mean, going to the inside isn't necessarily the problem, it's if you go below that white line. Like, where is that Blitz down there now? No, that was Sporter there in that number 60 car. You can do it in the travel, but that's about the only spot on the track that you can go down there without having it cost you dearly. So here we go. J-Prep racing it into turn 1. Let's see, he goes up the track just a little bit, kind of leaves the door open. One car not able to kind of stick a foot in that open door to kind of leave it open. But, of course, everybody kind of everybody's just getting a little bit wild here. Now, let's see, how many laps we got left to go on the stage? Okay, so we're currently on lap 3 of the stage. 27 laps from when they went green flag in this stage, because they ran 3 under caution, and they are 4 and 5 wide. I think I might have even seen 6 wide there for a moment. There's no way that should work, and somehow it all did. Wow. We just saw 6 wide on a restart. I mean, I get that it's on a restart, but man, 6 wide. I mean, you don't get that without a lot of cars very close together. I mean, I don't even know what the ticker / leaderboard thing would have looked like for 6 wide. I mean, I think it would have just had a mental breakdown. Uh-oh. That looked like an issue there for the 98 as he went, he made pretty good contact there with the outside wall. Almost looked like some kind of issue with the tire, but with the way he's running and the fact that we've only been on these tires for 5 laps, I wouldn't expect a tire issue. Here you go, JP Big Dog's trying to look. Not gonna really be able to make much happen on that outside lane. I'm gonna say in these, in these National Series race cars, they are so stuck to the ground that it is very tough to imagine them anywhere other than the bottom. Speaking of stuck, it looks like they might have, looks like the 18 might have had a bit of an issue. So that's going to be the reason for our second caution, our second regular caution flag. First manual of the evening, or not first, second manual of the evening, third caution third caution for contact, fourth actual yellow flag of the race. So here we go. So just kind of waiting this one out. Of course, going to be a long race tonight, as right now we're only midway through stage 2. Now, right now, I would say a lot of these guys, if you come to pit road here, it's gonna be a one-stop race, or one-stop stage from here. And for a lot of these guys, I think that's exactly what they're looking for, is just a one-stop stage from here. As well as some extra fuel in the tank. Because from the drop of the green flag with a 27-lap run, that would have been very close on being able to stretch it. I think you probably could have connected it. Especially if you're able to connect 2 of those 14-lap runs together. But I don't know if you'd be able to consistently pull those kinds of moves off.
Possible.
Okay, so looks like the front 3. Lions actually back up here in the top 3 for the first time in a while tonight. So there we go. Looks like J-Prev has still got the race lead. So J-Prev over Lions will be your battle for the race lead when we go into turn 1. Though granted, I would not put it past JP Big Dogs to try and make it through wide here, and maybe even Hulk Holden. But I think probably you're only going to see a max of 3 wide here into turn 1. Lap 1 off the restart, especially considering the fact that we already saw 6 wide. I don't think you'll see that again, at least not right now. Here we go, getting ready for the green flag to come back out. And they're going to go with the green flag when they cross the start-finish line here to log off just yet one more lap. 20 laps remaining in the stage. I think this is a pretty easy call from here. Oh, but a lot of these guys are going to try and kind of prove me wrong about the whole we're not going to see 6 wide again. A lot of them were trying for it. A lot of different lanes here at Michigan International Speedway, so very easily could end up being a different type of race. But I think in the end, a lot of these guys don't want to see another wreck either in this stage, because they don't want to see it even more potentially strategy coming into it. So a lot of these guys, I mean, I'm sure a lot of them would love to win this race, but I don't know how many of them would love it if they won it on strategy. I think a lot of them want to prove that they've got this win without the help. Not that I think that any of them really have a whole lot to prove. I just think that when it comes to NASCAR heat, and if the race comes down to strategy, it's like, okay, were you really the best driver, or did you just have the right strategy? Now, sometimes there is an undisputed winner, and then other times there's a very controversial winner, like what happened with Justin Haley, for example, at Daytona last year, where you have a driver getting his first career win for a team that really isn't trying to be even remotely competitive. Now, here you've got drivers trying to establish themselves as threats to win the race, and if it ends up coming down to a strategy call at the end of the race, a lot of that driver talent, unless you dominate early on. Oh, contact from the, looked like that was the 39, and who was that in the grass? Oh, that was the 60th border that got in the grass. After the contact there with D-Prev. Here we go, let's see, what are we gonna see from Average Joe here in the number 88. Gonna kind of let those two guys by on the high side. That's gonna be the one kind of checking up majorly there. Almost, I don't know what the one was really doing there. Looked like maybe he thought he was going to hit the wall because he drove it in too deep. Or what, but here we go. Here goes the 88 to the race, to second place. And he is now going to try and challenge his race leader if he can. 16 laps to go. Definitely going to be a fun one here. Right now, oh, looks like Anchor once again having an issue, and here we go. Katsu trying to get to the back bumper there, Joe. Let's see what's going to happen. Look to the inside, look to the outside. Looks like the 39 is going to go to the outside, and now you can give the 70 that option, but there you go. See, 39 scrapes the wall and kind of opens up the top side potentially for the number 70 to try and use it as a place to try and build a run. So definitely a spot where something could definitely happen and a strategy. But there we go, the front three. Those JDJ drivers going straight to the front once again here. And let's see what is going to happen. And JP Big Dog's trying to insert himself up here into the conversation. Brady in that number 19. I believe he subbed for JP Big Dogs one of these previous weeks, I believe it was too. I don't remember what race it was, but he subbed for JP and actually helped JP get advanced through the round of the playoffs. But here we go, 3 wide. That's not usually going to end up too well here. But there we go, 2 wide, and that is very much a much safer outcome here. And right now, the 9 and the 88 have such a lead, though. And I would be very worried for the rest of the pack if these front 2 are allowed to just kind of run away with the field like this. I mean, just look at the gap that they are starting to build here from just how effective that tandem draft is. I mean, I'm sure they were tandeming for a minute there. They definitely aren't tandeming right now. And I don't even know what the exact ruling is on locking bumpers or not, but they are definitely doing everything they can to try and push and pull away from these other drivers. They're definitely trying it. Let's see, you can just see that 88 all over the rear bumper here. Actually, let's go to the 88 and we're gonna just see just how much he's right on that bumper here. Hood view, roof cam, however you guys like to call it. Let's right on board and let's just see it. I'm sure okay, so he's gonna need to suck up here to get a lot closer. Let's see, they're both running high entry and then they both arc it in, which of course is designed to try and keep the cars at wide open full throttle longer, for the longest amount of time possible, potentially even full throttle. You've got 3 and 4, a little bit more technical, gets off the gas a little bit more, then gets back on the gas just as hard, full throttle here through 3 and 4, and this here, right to the back bumper, gonna kind of give that push, right there, just gonna try and give it a nice square push to the number 9. That is really kind of the technique there of drafting that you saw coming off the corner there, that these guys have been using it. Essentially, the 88 will push the 9 into turn 1 to give the 9 a bit of a lead, and then the 88 will get in that draft and tow himself back up to the 9. So it really is a game of push and pull pretty much, where the 88 pushes and then the 9 will pull him right back up to his rear bumper. And that strategy, it works a little bit of the time, but there we go. There goes the 9 car coming to pit road. I think that was miscommunication there because 88 did not come to pit road there. So there we go. There goes the number 9. He will be hitting pit road. And then here we go. There goes number 1 car. And Average Joe looking for the race lead, or Average Joe has the race lead over JP Big Dogs. JP Big Dogs looking for the race lead. So right now, oh, and looks like Joe might have been trying to come to pit road along with everybody. Looks like literally everybody in this front pack trying to come to pit road, which could be great for a lot of these guys, especially the ones that are already towards the front. That will only help them, really. But here we go. They're all pulling into their pit stalls now. Looks like the 18 of Bob just leaving his pit stall. A lot of questions here, and unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of answers, but when it comes to what the strategy is here, it looks like D-Prep might have come in and taken fuel only. Here come the drivers that got tires. And oh my, that's going to be very hairy between the 1 and the 88 there for that position. All the drivers kind of staying below that yellow line as it became kind of a hot topic after Texas when it was thought that there was going to be a penalty on the number 70 who I don't believe that there was ever actually a given penalty, but essentially the thought process behind the penalty was that he merged too soon and was able to use the banking as a way to get around a fellow championship contender. In all honesty, considering the way that the rest of the race played out, I don't think it mattered all that much personally, and I guess the judges / whoever makes the penalty call must have agreed, because they did not end up penalizing him because he's still in the chase. And now let's see. 88 right in behind the 1. Kind of trying to do the same thing he did to the 9 earlier. Trying to use it as not only a tool to catch up, but also a tool to try and essentially take the lead away when the pit cycles all even out. If you can run a faster set of laps now, and potentially the other guy is handicapped on speed a little bit because he has no help, wherever in the field he might have ended up landing. Yeah, because I mean, he doesn't really have that much help, and he's only a couple spots ahead of the race lead, so that could very easily end up being an issue for one of these guys. Now let's see, going into these turns, a lot of this is going to be waiting for pit stops, because right now a lot of this is going to unfortunately come down to when everybody makes this decision to come to pit road. I think you're going to see a lot of these guys end up coming around, actually probably pretty soon here, considering, actually no, they all came to pit road, never mind, they should all be good then. So, I don't know who's leading the race. I believe J-Prev might be. Yeah, right now though, you've got J-Prev coming up behind some slower traffic and his brother there, D-Prev. So, I think you're going to see something happen here. Now, whether you're going to see them work together or whether you're going to see them kind of battle it out, that's going to be one thing to watch. Here we go, 2 laps to go. So yeah, right now though, definitely looks like it's going to be the 9 car trying to make this one happen yet again here as we're getting ready for the final lap of the stage. Let's see. Or as we're getting ready for the last couple laps of the stage. So, 3 laps remaining. 2 now for the 2. It's going to be 2 laps to go for the 99. Actually, I believe it might be, I think it's 2 to go. There for the number, 20, or for the number 9. So here we go. Let's see, and is it going to be once again the same story from last time? We got 1 to go here we're going to have 1 to go at the line, I believe. So let's see. Who are going to be the stage winners? Looks like it's going to be JP Big Dogs and J-Prev, 2 guys who really, outside of the playoff points, and actually even then I don't believe they matter because the next round is winner takes all at Homestead, so J-Prev here trying to solidify his place in that match. Which I think he probably has, considering just how good some of these guys have been. And here we go, coming through the final turn of the lap. There we go. Now we're going to need to wait to see so here we go. Final lap of the stage. Everybody's kind of been hitting it, and let's see. Where is everybody going to finish it out here for the stage? Looks like some of these guys haven't earned points yet. Lions, Average Joe both earning critical points. Katsu misses out this time. That's going to put Katsu in a little bit more of a dangerous position yet again. With Average Joe, I mean, that's going to put him, I believe that only separates him by about 2 points or so. Yeah, but between JP Big Dog is locked in. Between like someone like Lions or Joe and these guys. Here we go, getting ready for the restart. And let's do a novice squid here up on the front row, and actually managed to get the green flag. And oh, what the? Okay. So I have no idea what happened there on that race start where he literally did nothing except for went to the grass. I have no idea what happened. But here we go, going to the inside now. The 1 and the 9, battling it out, and here comes the 29, looking to make it through wide. Okay, so right now though, the 1 car has the race lead from the guy that's won both stages so far tonight and the pole sitter. The 9, he's been able to win both stages from a deep starting position, and the 29, he's yet to win a stage, but he did win the pole award earlier this evening at this very race. A little bit of help from that 29 to help keep the 1 out in front. No, looked like contact from behind. Not really sure what that ended up causing. It looked like it might have been the 20 involved, and maybe Lions, considering he is not up there with the rest of them anymore. J-Prev, you got JP Big Dogs, and you've got Lions all up here fighting for this one. I definitely think this is going to be a pretty good battle here to the finish. Of of course, we've still got a long ways to go. Still over 60 laps remaining in this one. So definitely it's going to be a long one, especially with this fuel and tire wear being so slow to actually work the way it's supposed to. So right now, J-Prev trying to carry the rest of the series of drivers, just kind of letting them follow him around. So here we go. Let's see what we got. And it looks like actually, oh, caution flag. So the automatic caution flag came out. I did not see what the incident was that brought it out, but we see the caution flag come out here. 58 laps remaining. Looks like everybody's pitting, so at least from what I can, from the graphic I have, it looks like the majority of the field, at the very least, is pitting to try and get those fresh tires as soon as. And it looks like everybody did. J-Perf out first. Here we go, back to the green flag, and once again, that number 9 and the number 29 getting out to a very early lead. Let's see, we got drivers 2 and 3 wide throughout the pack. Not really sure what all's going on here. It looks like they're trying to get a Talladega or Daytona style race going, but again, this track just is not flat out, unlike those other two that they named. Okay, so right now, a lot of these guys are just kind of waiting it out, and unfortunately, we're kind of just subject to waiting for a caution flag or waiting for a strategy to start, because I mean, this final stage is going to be long. And oh, the 18! The 18 goes for a slide. Looks like we are going to get our caution flag that we wanted, because there goes Novice Squid as well, driving away from the wreckage. There's 2 people involved, including one of which is actually very impactful. Here, the number 98. So here we go. Looks like everybody's going to be doing a manual caution here, so let's get on to our race leader and watch who's going to come and who are we going to see faking it. Okay, here we go. Getting everything lined up back for this restart. Really, I mean, there's just not much to talk about in between and under this caution flag. We've just kind of had nothing really to talk about because the point standings are how they are. We're still a long way away from earning any more points. And here we go, getting ready for the restart. A lot of these guys are going to need a really good restart here. So 48 left to party as the race is back under the green flag, and once again though just kind of very much a lack of just anything going on. Kind of reminds me of the way they usually run the truck races, where there's just not a whole lot going on, and to be honest, I feel like this wear is just way too high for right now. Like, sure, it makes the stage interesting, I can hear that. Problem is that when you absolutely kill the final stage of racing just to make the earlier segments worth it to watch, like, the racing should be more enjoyable to watch. You shouldn't have to make the racing more entertaining, and that should not have to be a product of racing. It should not have to be made to be entertaining. Racing itself, in that of itself, should be inherently entertaining. Yeah, right now though, definitely looks like it's gonna be kind of a fight towards the end. It's gonna be I don't think there's gonna be much that shakes this 9, you know, out of being up towards the front for this one. Problem is though, is gonna be just the fact that is how do you get by the 9 and how do you stay by the 9 once you've gotten past him. So like right now, this 9 car really just does not have the energy from behind to try and make the blow move, because he has not seen Hulk really go for it that much. And to the 70's credit, he could have gotten in there on the 9, but chose not to get into him. Make a little bit of extra contact that probably is unnecessary. Here we go, Bob goes heels, and Average Joe both getting by the 98. Here we go. A lot of these guys just kind of logging laps. A lot of them probably just trying to nurse it back to the pit window, because once again, this is a very long stage compared to the fuel window. Fuel window only being about that 10 to, or the 11 to 14 laps. Very different from the advertised 65 laps in this stage. Let's see, the 18 really just kind of trying to size up the competition and trying to decide when it would be a good chance to make the move. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, what the? That was a very bad move there for the 98. That's going to be 2 cars around, and that's certainly going to bring out the caution flag. And another car goes spinning, and another one as well. Goes for a slide. Looks like the 19 does save it. That might have been thanks a lot in part to the automatic caution flag coming out with 44 laps remaining in this one. Let's see. I have no idea what got into Novice there to kind of have him just come up like that. I mean, that was very strange. But here we go. We're going to have a chance to get this reset going here. Only got 44 laps left. Of course, again, when we go back green, that's going to be important for this, for seeing this fuel window. And of course, while quickly talking about the fuel window, you got to be able to have enough fuel at the end of this race. So a lot of these guys pitting now, but they're it's gonna be a question. Do you do 2 stops or 3 here at the end? Green flag is out, and 40 laps to go. I think it's a 3-stop race. You can make it a 2-stop race, probably. But I think the majority of the field is probably going to go for a 3-stopper. And of course, that's barring that we actually stay green flag for more than a corner or 2. Here we go, the 70 looking for that race lead. He's not seen a whole lot of it today. Or not just today, but he's seen very little of it throughout the season. Not necessarily because he's not been as well. Yeah, it's more the fact that he hasn't been quite as good as everybody else. Not that he's bad, just that there's so many competitive race cars out here. I mean, the 70, the 9, the 29, the 1, the 20. Even when he shows up, he's usually pretty quick. The 88, he's pretty quick. The 18 is still pretty fast. That 60's actually got quite a bit of speed here tonight at Michigan International Speedway. No, unfortunately they don't have lights, so we can't do a night race here. Yeah, I mean, there's just a ton of, to be honest, pretty good racing going on throughout the field here on the restarts, and hence why restarts are pretty much the name of the game in NASCAR, because they know that that's what gets people excited. You see someone make a daring 7-wide move, and you see someone go around the outside of someone 2 wide. Which one is more exciting? And don't you guys try and tell me that the one that isn't 7 wide is more exciting, because I think we all know that that's why you see the drivers more amped up. Of course, they're also closer because of the restart. Here we go. Here comes the 18 looking for to try and break into that top 3. And real quickly, just kind of while we're running out this race, and while I'm thinking of it, if you guys have enjoyed this stream so far tonight, I know I haven't produced probably the best quality content I could have for you guys. But if you guys have enjoyed this one so far, feel free to let me know by hitting the like button on the stream. Also, make sure you guys check out the other locations that it's being streamed. We're streaming it on Facebook, my YouTube channel, as well as Bob Goes Heels, the driver of the number 18 car. I believe he is streaming his personal Twitch as well. Bob Goes Heels 2333. Yeah, that's actually what I'm using for lap count, because 2323, my bad. So please go check out all those, show the support there. And of course, if you guys really enjoy the broadcast, and you guys could consider supporting on Patreon, just like David did, get your name on these broadcasts for as little as $1 a month. to say. But of course, the biggest thing you guys can do to support is just being here and watching this pretty good race actually going on, as we got the 20 really starting to heat up, looking for that position here. You got the and the 29, it looked like might have tagged the wall. 20 of Hulk Holden gonna go clear into the race lead. And now the question is, how is the 9 car gonna do when he's back in traffic? He's only 1 car back, so he's still in pretty good track position wise. But sometimes all it takes is that 1 car to get by you, and your car is just never the same, and you just don't get it. But here we go, on the track, and contact between the 9 and the 20. The 20 trying to get back down to the bottom of the racetrack there after the contact with the 9. I don't know if he's gonna appreciate that too much. He might go and try and essentially get him back there as we go 3 wide for the race lead. It looks like it's gonna ultimately end up being the number 9 getting back out in front here, but his brother there in that 39 looking, try and get up there. Of course, the 20 also trying to get back up here to, might be looking to try and pay the 9 back just a little bit for that little bit of a nudge he got. I mean, you gotta be wary. I mean, these guys, they do not let stuff go very often. Most of the time, when there is an incident on track, you will definitely know that something's happened. And a lot of these guys, they will choose to not forget. And they will make sure that if you got into them, then there will be usually a payback coming pretty soon. Now, of course, a minor incident like what we saw there between the 9 and the 20 would probably be only a minor payback, but a payback nonetheless to watch out for. Well, let's see, what are we gonna see? It side by side for the race lead between Average Joe and the 9 and J-Prev. Oh no, that's the 29 Alliance. Sorry, my bad. I got the black and white cars mixed up. So right now, a lot of these guys looking for it. 1 car in the grass, and looks like the caution flag might have come out. Looks like, it's the manual caution. Okay. I did not see the cause of the caution, so we will be trying to figure that one out. But thank you guys though for everybody that's tuning in here as we're getting ready for this race to wind down. A lot of these drivers were probably pretty close to the edge of their fuel windows here. We'd been green flag for roughly, I'd say, about 9-10 laps there on that run. They were probably getting ready for pit stops, and then luckily the caution flag came out. Looks like J-Prev was able to be out in front, though, ahead of Lions at the time of caution. Always a very careful thing is, especially when you're battling side by side with the lead, is making sure you're ahead when they call caution. It's a balance of wanting to be ahead late in case there isn't a caution, and also wanting to be ahead early in case they call it sooner than expected. Now, of course, I don't believe the race can end under caution unless very tricky circumstances. I mean, essentially, unless we get a automatic caution with 1 to go, I don't think we're going to see a yellow flag in this race. Now, here we go. A lot of guys kind of coming in, getting to their pit stalls. Let's see. I would anticipate probably everybody going and getting 4 times. So I would expect pretty much everybody here, 4 tires of fuel, and the 29 Oh, and a bit of a pileup actually coming off the pit road. One car backwards, the 18. Backwards coming off the pit road, but they all look to have saved it. So Hulk Holton's up here in the mix. J-Prev leading over the 29 Lions. So here we go. Can we go into the restart here? Not going to have a whole lot of laps to go. Kind of considering the fuel window, I'm assuming we're going to have about, yeah, it looks like it's going to be about 30 to go here when we go back to the green flag. I'll get you the exact count when we go green flag here. They go past the restart zone, and I wonder if they're going to wave off the start. I would be cautious if they would or not. Yes, they will. They are going to wave off the restart. 28 to go now. It will be 27 when they go green flag, unless something else happens. But yeah, that was J-Prev there towards the back of the pack, having some sort of incident. And ending up spun out there on the coming to packing up and getting ready for the green flag. So definitely looks to be. Oh, it looks like Anchor has left the race and the party. Don't know if that was intentional or if he lagged out. I know a lot of people, including myself, were not confident in our internet connections going into this race because of weather or other circumstances around. So here we go, getting this one ready, and let's get this one back up. 10 car in the wall. That could be very bad. The 10 car is not in the party, but the 10 car is in the race. That could be a very big issue. I will try and communicate that to someone via text. Hopefully we can get this figured out, because real quickly, I'm just gonna mention the yeah, because he's in the race, racing, and left the party. So just checking to make sure that if we get another yellow that they can do it. But here we go, Lions to the race lead. Your pole sitter takes it away from the guy who's won both stages so far tonight. But now with the 9 looking to try and take back that race lead, as he's done a lot tonight. Joe just kind of gives his teammate a push and then kind of backs off into the corner. Just kind of lets his teammate do what he wants. Looks like he might try and take it away from his teammate. Yeah, so I just went and essentially just told everybody, proceed with a little bit of caution here. We are not, not everybody's in the party. Essentially just to try and avoid having any incidents where someone can't hear someone else, and then we end up with an incident definitely looks like the 9's gonna... Oh! What happened? Why'd the 9 go way down low there? 23 laps to go. Right now, if you could get a caution flag, or if you wanted to be very bold, you could try and get your group of friends, line up, come down pit road, and you could make it on one stop from here. The window is open for you to make your second to last pit stop here for the race with 23 to go. I would probably say you're gonna. I'd expect your front runners to pit with like 18 to go, which I mean, I like the call, but I don't like the call waiting till you're low on fuel and you've got about 18 laps to go, because then you have the dilemma of pit within the next 4 laps because the fuel window opens, or wait it out quite a while and have almost no laps when you go back when you get back off the racetrack to really use any sort of fresh tires to try and gain some ground back. So, I mean, I don't know what strategy is going to end up winning this race. I'm just saying I would probably want to pit earlier and earlier in this window. Basically, right now, while I know the window's open, I would be trying to gather my group of friends, because I still think teammates and having a friend with you to draft is going to be absolutely critical. And actually, that's something that if you notice, the 9's teammates have kind of disappeared and kind of fallen towards the back. Maybe the 9 gives up his lead, goes back, drafts with them, prepares for a pit stop. And let's see what's going to happen here. So right now the 9 able to kind of control this race, which is exactly what he wants to have happen. One of his teammates kind of finding his way back up here as well, Average Joe there. And now we're starting to get towards that point where I said you really would want to start thinking about hitting pit road here. Or maybe, actually, depending on the fuel window, might even want to pit now. Or not pit now, but wait it out, see if you can get to 13, 12 to go and make this a one-stop race. I haven't seen what a lot of these guys' active fuel mileage is throughout the race. I just know that when we went back racing, you probably wouldn't be able to make it on, or you obviously weren't going to be able to make it on fuel. I did not think you were going to be able to make it on one stop. But 23 laps, yeah, that is in that window, actually, and that's pretty safely in the window of one stop. So, never mind about the 2 stops and pitting sooner. As soon as the 2-stop window opened, the 1-stop window is open, and you're going to see a lot of these guys probably make their pit stop round 12 to go. And that would be, to be honest, that would be my call, would be to probably go to 12 to go. But here we go, Lions change again. Pole sitter Lions to the race lead, but here goes the 9 right back around. And a lot of these guys probably starting to think that they might want to start thinking about hitting pit road. I think you'll probably see a lot of these guys come this time. And it looks like the caution flag might have come out. Another caution flag right at the end of their fuel window. Looks like there is a car straggling back there, but I was focusing on the battle for the lead because they were changing positions. Did not see an incident there up towards the front. I didn't see I didn't see from the point of view from any of the leaders. I did not see what caused this caution flag here. But here we go. Now you're going to be on pit road. 17 laps to go. This is early. So I think the question is, do you want to do tires now and fuel at the end? Or do you want to do fuel only now to gain track position and then do tires later? I think tires now would probably be my call, and it looks like it will be the call of quite a few here, but it doesn't look like it might not be all. Let's see. No, never mind. It will be the call of pretty much everybody to do 4 tires and fuel. So here we go. There goes the 29 out to that race lead. He will maintain it over the 9. These two, they've been dueling it out most of this season since the 9 joined the league. It's been those two and JP Big Dogs up near the front. JP, of course, clinched last week when I was not around to broadcast. There we go. They did get Anchor back in, so glad they were able to get that one solved. I just kind of wanted to point that one out to them, make sure that no one was gonna wreck. Because hopefully the 10 was not the guy involved in the wreck for it, but here we go. Everybody's gonna get lined up. And let's see what's gonna happen here as they go through the restart zone, but of course, they don't go green until we hit that green flag at the line. The green flag is waving, and let's see what's going to happen here. Looks like they had a lap of caution, so never mind. Looks like they decided to add another lap of caution. I don't know how many people... Oh, okay, I can see why they were waiting for the 10 to catch up, as he was, I don't know what exactly he might have been having happen there with the fact that he was back, but quite a ways, but they are going to let him catch back up to the field. I would have preferred to see them just go green. I mean, I know you want to have everybody up there and give everybody a fair shot at it, but in reality, the 10 car has not been up at the front at all, pretty much. I don't remember any races where he's really been up towards the front much. I mean, it's a very competitive field, so I don't think Anchor's bad. I just think he's just had a lot of competition. I mean, it's a very steep field. And here we go. And especially some of these guys, their numbers are absolutely staggering on the wins columns. In particular, guys like JP and J-Prev. And even Lions is starting to stagger up those wins. But here we go. Green flag is actually out this time. They will actually start to build up some speed here. And let's see what's going to happen. A lot of guys trying to get to that bottom if they can. But I think is one of them too low. Looks like the 20. He saves it. I thought he was going to lose it going down low there. Let's see, you've got that side-by-side duel here. The 9 and the 29. Dueling it out in Michigan. This is going to be a drag-down fight. I can pretty much tell you right now. The 9 and the 29. These two are going to be the two battling this one out for the finish. I mean, if you guys weren't excited already, definitely should be excited right now. This is going to be an awesome race, and hopefully you guys are excited for it. As we get ready for the... Oh! Looks like the 9 might have even hit the wall there, I think. Might have made a little bit of contact, and here goes the 70. The 70's coming up here. Blitzkrieg Katsu all the way up here, trying to find his way to the front, and he's moving right now. To be honest, good call there to kind of follow the 29. Really kind of right on his back bumper, though. We're not really in a good position to build a run up. And here we go. They were trying to go 3 wide for the race lead. The 29 ends up on the outside of the 9, though. And the 70 kind of starts to slide back. The 18 there. The 18 of Bob Goes Heels slides up a position. And let's see, what do we got now? It's guys all over the place here. Let's see, the 9 has managed to wrangle the race lead away from the 29. I have zero idea what's going to happen next here, but all I know is it's going to be one to watch. Speaking of one to watch, here comes the 18. He has been he's been one of the quick guys as well up here. Again, just a very stacked field. I mean, everybody has been very quick. And here comes Bob Goes Heels. He actually qualified really well tonight. Didn't quite get the pole, but as I say, he had a lot of single car speed. I think he's struggled a little bit with trying to get the handle on drafting, and I don't know how many friends he's had out here to help draft him, or help with the draft up to the front. But right now, I think he's got a really good pal in that 29, mainly because the 29 needs him pretty much to get up to the 9 and get a shot at the 9. Now the 9 leads. He's going to try and lead the rest of this one away. I would be very concerned here for this one if you're going to see the finish of the race end up going this way. I'd be very concerned because I don't foresee if they keep racing like this, they're going to have a caution here. I mean, they are racing like there's going to be a caution. Almost racing like it's about to rain, even though we know that there's no weather in this game. So we know they're not really racing to the rain, but that's almost how they feel like they're racing here. Got the 29 right on the back bumper, the 18 all the way down that back straightaway, just kind of pushing them through and through. I mean, this is definitely going to be a great duel, especially if you can. I mean, you've got all the good things you want in a duel. Multiple different guys up there able to challenge for the lead. A little bit of a rotation even between who's up there. I mean, early on it was Lions. Then it was Lions versus Katsu. Then Blitzkrieg was getting up there. Then the 9 was able to get by all of them. And then it's been Lions just trying to push the 18 to try and see if they can get there. And now Lions leading to the inside on the 18. He's tired of waiting. I think he finally said, hey, I can't wait for you any longer. And then the question comes in. A lot of these guys, reminder, they pitted with 17 to go. Came to the green flag with about 15 to go. Fuel window, 11 to 14 laps was about the average I was hearing, or was kind of the spread I've seen, as short as 11, as high as 14, maybe 14 and a half from some of these guys in the field when I was walking around the virtual garage this afternoon and talking to them. But man, I mean, there is just so much going on. It's hard to keep track of all of it. So right now you've got the 29, one of the fastest cars, actually the fastest single car here. I mean, he proved it in single car qualifying. He was able to get the pole. Then you've got the number 70 here. He qualified, I believe, 3rd. Bob up here in the top 3. So everybody behind the race leader qualified in the top 3. And the race leader qualified second to last. I don't know what necessarily happened during his lap that kind of got him so messed up. Or if it was just kind of a personal mistake, because I did not actually watch his qualifying run too well. And oh, there goes the 29. Going for a bit of a slide. And that is going to be a major mistake there. if in fact the 29 is gonna try and win this one. You can't have a mistake like that one. Slip it up, but here we go. A lot of these guys coming to pit road. Gonna try and come. And let's see. A lot of these guys hitting pit road with 4 laps remaining. 4 laps to go. And all of these guys are hitting pit road right now. Race leaders the number 9. The leaders cannot make it. I am confident in saying that. I mean, they went back racing with 15 or 16 to go. They're going to be 1 to 2 laps shy. Question is, when are they going to come, and how much of what are they going to be taking? Because I'm expecting a lot of fuel-only stops here, but you might want to consider right side tires if you've got a really worn tire. For example, if you've been really loose throughout this run and have been running those tires very aggressively, you can't really afford to go with just fuel, because your tire won't last, or your tire won't be stable enough to actually race it out. And to be honest, it might kill your night, but it also might be your only option here. So right now, the list of guys who have yet to pit. You've got Bob, Deprev, Joe, and that's your list of guys who have yet to pit. Deprev and Bob come in right now. So the 18 and the 39, currently your race leaders. 3 laps remaining for the race leaders. Will be 2 to go as they take the 2 to go now. I think the momentum is going to be on the side of the 29. Actually, wait, where does the 29 come out in comparison to the 9? Okay, so I believe the 9 actually is going to be the guy in the driver's seat here for this race lead. Yeah, so right now the 29 I believe is the race leader. You've got the 18. He tried everything he could, but right now it looks like it's going to be the 9 car taking the victory. No, taking the white flag. Sorry, my bad. White flag is out for the number 9. And let's see. 1 lap to go. This is the final lap. And let's see. Is there anything that can stop the number 9 from going to victory lane here? I would like to think not, but I've seen crazier things happen. Let's see, coming through 3 and 4. There's a slow car on the track. That's the number 88. Actually, no, the 88 was still the race leader. The 9 takes it coming across the line. And that will improve. So J-Prev gets it. Average Joe runs out of fuel coming to the line, or coming out of 4. So I was actually wrong on who the race leader was. Average Joe tried to stretch it. 15 laps is too far. Massive congratulations to J-Prev on that sweep of the stages. One stage 1, 1 stage 2, and he won the race. Massive congratulations. That will absolutely clinch his spot in the next round. Bob and Blitzkrieg also did exactly what they needed to do. Got top 5s here tonight, getting 2nd and 3rd respectively. Then you've got Lions also getting the top 5 there. So I believe that's going to put Bob and Blitz in very good positions, and that is going to all but eliminate Joe from the playoffs. Of course, next week is the elimination night, so next week will be the determining factor. But just real quick, guys, thank you guys for everybody that tuned in here across the 2 streams tonight, across Facebook and YouTube. If you guys did enjoy, remember to subscribe over on YouTube. Also hit the like button over there. I'm going to work on getting some more videos out, some more standard videos for you guys out this week. But thank you guys for tuning in for this live stream. I really enjoyed it. That was a pretty fun race, and in the end, it came down to fuel mileage, and Average Joey shot his shot and came up just a little bit short. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, stream, or whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a good